person.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome. You're looking live at the Calamity Jones Hour, and you are looking at the wrong person.
Or the right person, depending
Oh my
on your
god, and this
perspective.
is seriously going to lock the screen on me right now?
That's awesome.
This is awesome. Give me 1 second. Change window now.
This is just what happens. Every
Yeah,
time
I know.
do a show.
So it's a big surprise
I
that you're my
hijacked
guest.
the feed.
That shows that I double checked everything, and I've got all right. Now I got the right mics, right person. Hi guys, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
I am your host, not the guest over there that shall remain nameless for one more moment. I'm Mandy Jones. I'm a comedian, and this is a little show I run out of my humble abode. Today is, I don't even know, May 17th, and I'm just going to tell you about a couple of comedy shows coming up in the New York area. Well, they're all in New York, actually, all the ones I'm going to plug today. The Giggle Room in Levittown, formerly the Little Room. If you go to govs.com, I'm going to be there on 6/17, which is a Saturday, and 7/22, which is also a Saturday. So if you go to govs.com, you get tickets for those shows. Friday coming up, May 19th, I'll be over at Larry's Pub in Valley Stream in Nassau County with our guest. And then also on Saturday coming up, I'm going to be doing a 10 p.m. show at Stand Up New York. So if you are in the New York City area, please try to hit that show. And then we do a free show every month at West Hempstead at a venue called The Avenue. Check it out. We are there Monday, June 19th, Monday, July 17th, and Monday, August 18th. So those are free shows. Just come on down. If you go to my page, I'll share all this stuff again so you can find it if any of this stuff is near you. But without further ado, I'm going to bring on our guest here. He recently did a special, and it is available on YouTube. He's going to send me the link so you guys can, so I'll share it for you guys to find after this. It's called No One Asked for This, written and performed by my friend, and now yours, fellow comic, Mr. Joe Pontillo.
All right. You might recognize me from
2 seconds
accidentally
ago.
opening the show.
Yeah, you know, and it's funny because I did a little time-lapse video today where I filmed myself setting up all this equipment because I set it up and break it down for the hour.
I saw that, yeah.
So,
I was like, oh, wow. I thought you just had this, like, room somewhere.
No. You know, we had actually helped, I don't know if you know Michelle Asta.
I know the name.
Yeah, she does a podcast also, but she asked for help. She was a guest on one of my podcasts, and then she asked for help setting it up. So my husband went over to her house and helped her set it up. But she has a room that she doesn't move the stuff, so that makes it a lot easier.
That could be a whole new industry of just travel around in a van setting up podcast studios for people.
I know. I don't know if it's a good thing that people are just going live on the internet.
Soon everyone will have a podcast.
Well, I've watched a couple of movies recently where the main character has a podcast.
Really?
Yes.
I feel like I've seen more TV shows where the main character has a podcast.
The one was a movie, I forgot what
and
it
they
was
were all
called.
horror movies.
No, it's Jonah Hill. It's probably not his most recent movie because he put out like 10 movies
Not the
yesterday.
Netflix one, right?
It might have been.
Did he have a podcast?
It might have been on Netflix. He was dating a girl and then they got married by, like, their family made them get married at the end. It was like the most bizarre ending.
That sounds like all his movies.
They had a podcast in that one, and then there was another one that Glenn and I watched where they had a podcast. So it's trending, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's very relatable, though. Like, 5 years ago, I feel like there were a bunch of people who were like, what's a podcast? Now, even my mom knows what a podcast is.
Right, well, because
she shouldn't.
They have them for everything now. They have them, they're not just two people shitting around anymore. Now it's also...
it's a way of life.
Well, cooking, or like if you're into, I don't know, whatever the fuck people are into. I like to ask, so on the show, I like to ask, like, dating questions. Not like dating, and not like anything romantic. Just get to know you, like easy,
All right.
easy stuff. Low ball, very easy. You can obviously pass on anything. But I'm gonna start with favorite place you've ever been to.
Oh man, I don't know if I have a favorite place I've ever been to. I like the country.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
South or west?
No. Like anything where there's nature, like
Okay.
mountains and like, not near a city and.
Because you live in New York City? No, you don't.
I get so sick of everything.
Yeah,
So,
the concrete.
but I feel like when I was growing up, I maybe wouldn't have enjoyed that, or would have thought I wouldn't enjoy it. But now that I've experienced it so much, I'm like, oh, okay. You know?
I'm down for a light hike. I'm not trying to. I just met a lady the other day. She like hikes for like 4 days with her husband. Like they go. My husband was like,
Non-stop?
that's
That
hard.
sounds like they're trying to get away from each other. I'm not hiking, I'm running.
Yeah, seriously, chasing each other. Yeah, no, that's a long time to be wet. That's a long time to, not...
I do sort of enjoy hiking.
Okay. Anywhere good around here that you've been to? Because there's a site I follow.
There's a Mohonk Mountain House upstate.
Oh, okay.
That
Yeah,
has,
I
like,
haven't been there yet, but my brother went to school at New Paltz.
Yes. You used to be able to just pay like X amount of money and you could just like spend the day there, but like post-COVID they've been like really like weird.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, no, you have to be staying here, or like, you only get 1 hour. You get 1 hour. Like, what am I gonna do in an hour? Like, eat a muffin and like get attacked by a bat? Like, I don't.
I know you can't do anything
No.
in an hour, and that's what bowling is now. It's by the hour.
Bowling alleys.
Yeah.
This country might never recover. It's over.
I met a guy the other day. Well, he was saying that if you want to he went to take his daughter to the roller rink, and my husband was like, "Oh, I've been wanting to take like Mandy to that," and he's like, "Oh, but call because you got to have like reservations." I was like, reservations for the rolling rink? I was like, thank God you told us. I was like, because that's something my husband would ban. Like, we go over there dressed up. No, you need a reservation. My husband was like, fuck this. We're never doing this ever again.
I'm already wearing my roller skates. I can't take them off.
This is why that's your one and only chance to go to the roller rink.
We took my mom to the Central Park Zoo on Mother's Day.
That's
which
nice.
you needed a sort of reservation for.
Really?
But it's
the
like,
zoo?
Yeah, and you
that's weird.
Technically only supposed to be in there for an hour, but like who's really checking that?
Yeah, they hunt you down.
No one's going around. How long you been here? Go.
That's kind of that's not really a long time to see like a zoo.
They have like 8 animals
that
there.
Must be the same thing with museums then too, I'm assuming.
And one of them is just like a really big bear a really big raccoon that they claim is a bear. Sorry, I screwed up my own joke.
That's funny. Well, so I think I saw a picture. You had what? A niece with you?
Yes, my niece.
Oh, that's fun. It's more fun to do stuff like that when there's
somebody
that appreciates it.
Well, I don't think she cares yet, but I think like my family kind of just like, let's just take her all these places. And she
let's take the kid to Disney when they're like can't even process memories yet.
Which we did that last year, and she was afraid of all the characters.
Oh no!
Like anybody would come by, and she would just go, and but she warmed up to it, but she's still so young,
Yeah, my little brother-in-law, they always joke that he was afraid of all the characters because he was like 5 or 6 at Disney. But then when like Cinderella or any of the ones that had cleavage were around, he was like, oh, all right, like
wow,
this I can get down with.
Oh my God!
They were like, wow, some people.
And Cinderella has a podcast. It's just about the characters.
Jeez. Do you ever collect anything? Or anything you're particularly interested in?
I collect a bunch of nerdy things.
Oh,
probably.
yeah? Like what?
I when I was young, I collected baseball cards. And then at some point, I was like, this is stupid. And I threw a bunch out. And now in like the last like 2 or 3 years, I kind of got back into it.
Okay.
So there's that. I collect, I had a bunch of old action figures when I was a kid.
Okay.
And I still want a whole bunch because I'm an idiot. And I also weirdly like old, like decorations.
Okay.
Like Christmas and Halloween decorations.
Okay.
All about that. I'm on Pinterest. Please don't follow me on there.
Oh yeah, my shit on Pinterest is definitely not organized or anything for anybody to see.
Yeah. So.
I didn't know. I just found out.
And
recently.
enemies. I collect enemies. So.
Oh, who doesn't in this business?
Completely unrelated. Not by choice.
Do you, any particular are you Marvel? Are you Star Wars? Any particular? You were saying toys. What kind of action figures?
The bulk of it is like Marvel and like some DC with like a little bit of Ninja Turtles and.
Do you have a favorite of any of these? Any of these guys stick out? If
There was what was it called? They were called superpowers. Like when I was a really little kid, my parents got me a whole bunch of toys. When I was so young, I couldn't even enjoy them, and so yeah, and I lost a bunch. I used to just like beat the crap out of all the action figures, so a bunch of them broke. I remember there was like Wonder Woman's arm needed to be screwed back on by my grandfather. It was all this like. Weird stuff, and now as an adult, I'm like, the hell was wrong with me? I left a Spider-Man on a light bulb, and it melted, and I went to bed and forgot about it,
no.
and it melted, and the next morning, my parents were like, you melted the Spider-Man!
Oh my god, you could have set the house on fire.
I know, but it was all in good fun. How much could that really cause?
Well, that's pretty crazy. That's a pretty hot light bulb, no?
Yeah, those were like, late 80s, maybe early 90s light bulbs.
That's not like standard anymore.
It's not like now where an LED bulb doesn't even get hot or light anything for that matter.
Oh my god. I was just trying to check because I'm a little nervous that I'm not on the right setting over here.
This is already way more watched than the Govs radio show I was on last week.
What Govs radio show were you on?
I did Knock 'em Dead.
Oh, okay.
I've been on it a bunch of times.
Who is you been on that? It's Tony Walker?
Yeah, it's Tony, and then I think on Thursdays he has Brandon LaCaruba as his co-host.
I don't know him. I know of him. I don't know him.
It's for the best. You don't know Brandon? He books this like weird show where it's like kind of a mic, but then there's judges and they kind of like supposed to roast you. I was one of the judges, but there were only like 3 comics doing the mic.
Are people mean to each other? Because I saw Dorkcourt at one point, and I was like, I don't even know if this is constructive.
Yeah, I guess you're like supposed to be mean, but it was just one of the comics was James Raniolo, who I'm friends with. I'm not gonna be like, man, this shirt isn't working for. I don't know, like what? I think he wants people.
Is that what you said though?
No, but I forget what I said about him, but. But he's a funny guy, and it's like, sometimes there's nothing negative to say.
Well, yeah, we try to get along with each other at least here, and when people, even if they're not the best person, and they could write a joke, I end up respecting them.
You're right.
You know what I mean? There's people I'm like they're better comics than people, but
I think I was roasting the other judges more than the comics, to be honest.
Okay, that's fair. Favorite gift you've ever gotten?
Man, I feel like I had something come up last year, and now I don't remember what it was. I don't know. I got a gift card, not this past year, but the previous year to this, and again, back up in the country, there's this like goofy hotel somewhere in upstate New York called the Roxbury.
Okay.
And it has all these like crazy theme rooms.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, so it was for me and my girlfriend, and we went, and it's like a cool room. It's very tiny, but like you can take pictures there.
Okay.
It's in this like not even a 1-horse town. It's a 0-horse town. There's one restaurant. It's called Chappie's. And they get really mad if you ask to meet Chappie. But it was like just such a wonderful, like cute thing, and my sister got it for us, and I'm like, this is like way too nice.
Oh, that's nice. What was the room that you stayed in? What was the theme of?
Oh, it was like kind of vintagey room.
Okay.
It was like 70s maybe.
Okay.
Kind of vibe.
Okay. That would be fun. I think and definitely to like decorate one of those houses. Like now they're all the like Airbnbs. Glenn and I were like, what if we like did one of those and then you set up like creepy dolls that have them mechanically just scare the shit out of people, and then they would go for the
I want to pay for that experience.
I want to go for the creepy.
I want to be terrified in a hotel room.
People love that kind of stuff. They love the themes. We're like, let's just make it horrific.
They do, yeah. I'd stay in a castle. Give me a gift certificate to a castle. Why isn't it a thing?
A haunted castle? Would you ever do one of those? Is that up your alley?
If there's a prize to be had afterward, not just stay in it and they'll give you $50 after, I want something good.
Okay, I could do that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I feel like those types of deals don't go down anymore. They died.
The road rules challenges where someone's going to give us some money to
and you can't get it unless you stay in this mansion overnight and it's haunted. And
and then you got to eat some bugs or dangle from something high.
Then it becomes Fear Factor reboot for some reason.
Mom, you're saying Mandy, you're usually on the left, you're on the right side now, and you're looking the other way. All right, Mom, I
feel like I'm looking the wrong way somehow, but...
Watch this. Here, minus you, and now add you. How about that, Mom? Is that better?
Oh, your mom watches?
Yeah, my mom's
that's
watching.
Nice.
Do you have a stinker? What, Mom? How would you pronounce the word STINKOR?
KOR? Stinkor?
Yeah, what do you
sound like a brand of sporting equipment? Stinkor for the players that stink, who just aren't good but want to play.
Oh my god.
Stinkor. Is that a He-Man character she's referencing?
Stunk?
No, that's not what she's talking about. That'd be very funny, though.
Or it was like the Power Rangers collector. Okay.
But funny she mentioned that, because when I was growing up, I had a bunch of He-Man toys, and one day my mom was like, "Can I get rid of these?" And I was like, "Yeah!" And she threw them all out, or I gave them away, and then years later I was like, the hell was wrong with me?
Yeah.
But one of the He-Man, all the He-Man obscure characters had dopey names, and I think one of them was Stinkor. There was Ram Man and oh my
god.
Face Hurts. I don't know. They have all these stupid names. Manny Arms or something like that. Manny Eyes. I can't remember.
My mom's saying, remember Dylan had it. That's my little brother. My brother I remember he had Earthworm Jim. Do you remember
the video game?
No, he didn't have the video game. He had the action figure.
Oh.
And when you pressed his logo on his chest, his head popped out, and he was just a little earthworm.
Oh,
and then
yes. Because the whole costume was alive.
I thought that was good. And then definitely had a bunch of Power Rangers gear. My brother, I feel like, had just any of the stuff that was trending.
I love how a lot of those old action figures, it was just and you squeeze their legs, and they do an action move, and the action move is literally just like this.
The eyes.
That's it. Yeah, one.
Well, yeah, and definitely remember the the stretch toys. I could feel that in my if I think about it right now. The arms of the a Hulk or something.
Definitely got a few stuck to a ceiling somewhere. There's still a mark all these years later.
A person you look up to.
Absolutely no one.
Someone you look down on.
Well, now we're talking. Oh, man. Person I look up to. Jeez. I never even think of it. These are questions. These are
essay questions.
Yeah, this is an essay I had to write in 5th grade. I would have been my dad. Yeah, I guess he's still all right.
Okay, that's nice. Well, you have the joke about...
Well, he's so outrageously, supportive of me still.
Oh, that's good.
He'll come to every show I do locally.
Oh, that's great. He didn't come to our show.
No, he didn't. Sorry about that.
Mr. Pontillo, you know me.
Yeah, well. Might have been
Maybe we'll get him to Larry's Pub.
No, he'll be there on Friday. Yeah,
will
definitely.
he?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
And he often coerces people.
Oh, that's great. My parents get to a lot of shows too. It's nice. It's nice to have
he could easily
family.
tell me to piss off, but he'll still, to this day.
What about your mom and sisters?
Oh, my mom hates comedy.
Okay.
With a passion.
Well, just you doing comedy, or
no,
other people people doing comedy?
Mostly other people.
Okay.
She is very savage. I just actually posted a joke for Mother's Day from an old clip where, because she would always like come up to me after her show and be like, the comedian that went on before you, they have a good day job. Like, I was like, what do you mean by that? You know, or she's just like, why? She gets mad if there's too many comedians. She gets mad if like a comedian goes too long. Like, she came to see me at the brokerage once, and the headliner did like over an hour, and she was texting me, why is this happening?
Yeah, that's bad.
And it was like kind of a prop guy too, so I'm sure she really hated that.
Oh God.
She, I think post-COVID, she came to my taping.
Okay,
And-
that's awesome.
And I was told she enjoyed it.
That's
which
awesome.
is a high compliment from her.
So I didn't listen to your special. I'm going to. Tell me.
Neither did I.
Now that I've done my homework and you told me about it. When how did you prepare for it? How long is it? And where did you tape it?
I taped it at the Barnum Ballroom in Island Park.
Okay.
Yeah, which they do comedy there too. I did a show there. It's owned by people. Well, the kids, I went to school with them, and their father owns it.
Okay, cool.
Someone just pitched me. They're like, "Do you want to do? We should shoot a special for you." And I was like, "Oh yeah." And I was like, "Where should I do it?" And I decided to do it there because, I have a really sexy backdrop. It's like, red curtain, good lighting. It is more of a music venue, but
okay.
It works for comedy just as well.
Awesome.
Wish I would have got a better turnout.
Yeah.
But it was whatever, I got like 35, 40 people.
That's still a good number of people.
It was a Sunday. Some comics came. Okay, that was very
that's
nice.
Nice.
Probably some of the regulars on your show.
Okay, yeah. The main people.
Like
that's
Karen
cool.
Margaret and some of those people came.
Oh, awesome.
And Tracy
I love her.
Yeah, so that was all really nice.
Tracy who?
Tracy Simon? Burse? Is that a
Oh,
person?
yes.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't imagine her, did I?
I know you were. Of course I know.
So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, so that was cool. I did
comics.
like just about an hour. I originally talked myself down to be like, I'm just going to do like 45. And then as I'm going through it, I managed to glance at my watch at one point, and I'm like, it's already at 33 minutes. I feel like I haven't done anything yet.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I ended up doing like an hour.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome.
I cut it like 2 minutes out, so it's like 58 minutes or so.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Including the intro and outro.
What is what's your tag on YouTube? I'm gonna post it still, but what is it?
My tag?
Do you know your name on
Oh,
YouTube?
I guess it's just Joe Pontillo.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's easy enough.
Should come right up. Hopefully that's the first thing. And it blew up, which was nice and very
awesome.
unexpected. I have no idea how that happened.
That's great.
It's slowed down since then, but
I'm gonna ramp it up.
what a run!
We're gonna get those numbers back going.
Because it's so weird, because you get used to just like, I posted this reel or this video, and I got like a couple hundred views and like 50 likes, so I'm okay. And then you post this thing, and it's like, within days, have like thousands of views, and I'm like, what is going on?
That's great. That's great, though.
But then I found out that like, so many people are doing YouTube specials now. So it's just like, that's all they're showing people, I guess.
Yeah, and exactly. You I think if you get in the algorithm, if it picks you up, and then you become the video after something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People finish something, and then it's just because I'll watch comedy on YouTube, and I'll watch a lot of times. I'll let the next video just run. It's how someone that doesn't know you ends up finding it.
Yeah.
You could pass on this, or something embarrassing that's happened to you.
Oh, so many things. I'm in a business that's filled with embarrassments. I'm thankful to have never sneezed on stage.
Really? You think that'd be
Because
that
I'm a big
bad?
sneezer.
I guess it'd be bad if, I'm, using my sleeve.
All the times I've had, a bad allergy day or I've been sick, when I get on stage, it's like nothing exists. The adrenaline.
Well, yeah,
just,
you don't have to go to the bathroom, or any of that stuff.
One of the most, and it wasn't even that embarrassing, but I remember in high school, I was walking down the hallway, and a piece of paper somehow just fell off the wall. It was taped up.
Okay.
And it perfectly fell right under my shoe. And I slipped and fell,
oh my God.
face first, and a whole bunch of students saw me, people I knew, And I played it off by just starting to do this like I was swimming.
Oh, no.
I remember one guy just being like, "You're an idiot." And I'm like, "I know." I did fall at a comedy show once.
Oh, no.
But
on stage?
No, I was walking. There's a venue in the city called 1 and 1, and I was coming down the stairs, and it was raining.
Oh, no.
And they have, metal stairs, and I slipped.
Oh, no. Did you get hurt?
No, I was fine. And I very casually just, slipped down the stairs. Thankfully, the only person that saw it was my friend Jeff, who was running the show.
Oh, God.
But, how do you recover from that?
Yeah, no, I haven't thankfully taken any tumbles in front of the audience yet.
I don't think I've ever fallen off stage, but but I should. I should work that in somewhere.
Favorite thing about New York? Doesn't have to be New York City. It could just be the state of New York.
I don't like anything about New York City anymore. New York, there's so many parts of it that you don't, because Long Island is its whole entity.
Oh, it's its own thing, for sure.
And then the cities, it's we're very lucky that we're near this well, it's not as cool anymore. But when I was growing up, it was
it is still cool.
I was when I was growing up, I was I'm so lucky to have been born 5 feet from New York City.
It's true.
What are the odds?
The kids in Ohio pray to their gods that, that their parents will bring them here one day. And then it's $13 to take a train over there.
Right. And then they come here and they're like, oh, they have Chick-fil-A or, or Denny's. But, and then, upstate is this just a whole different world. You go up there and there's many different parts. There's parts where you're like, oh, this place is they're hip and cool. And this place, I might die. And then this is very naturey. And this is basically Canada now. It's just so many things. I feel not a lot of states have that.
Yeah, I know. Oh, especially Buffalo, Syracuse, those are different fucking worlds up there. They're 8 feet of snow is normal.
Yeah, we plow it in an hour. Here would be we'd be dead.
Yeah,
here,
seriously, just forget it. Are you a morning person or a night owl?
I'm a night owl technically, but I'm not against being up in the morning.
Okay, so you're a don't need sleep owl?
Sometimes. Yeah, I go back and forth.
I go through on little sleep?
Yeah, I go through phases where I'm just sleeping a ton, and then I'll be I sleep 4 to 6 hours a night.
Yeah. It's supposedly not good. We're supposed to sleep more.
Yeah.
Apparently. I'm getting a little better with getting my beauty sleep.
I like to mix it up. A lot of nights where I start on the couch and then go to bed, or go to bed and then end up on the couch somehow. Nothing makes sense.
That's a bad habit, though, too. I'm just going to watch TV even though my eyes feel heavy. I'm trying to get better at that, too.
I don't like to try to go to sleep. I like to just naturally fall asleep and then decide what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I guess it's a little more adult. Put yourself to bed. I flossed and brushed my teeth and when remembered going to bed.
Right.
That was a good one. All right. A fad that you never really understood.
So many things. Starting with Beanie Babies, ending with the Kardashians.
Oh my God.
Or reality TV in general.
Beanie Babies. My mom went not completely ballistic, but totally.
No, my mom
was buying us Beanie Babies. Was waiting for the store to open. All right, Terry.
And she's watching.
Favorite part about what are you saying?
It's a random town near the border of Canada.
Can you
the fact that we
that?
I believe it's Chateauguay.
Okay.
Leaving Hugh Murray there. That was my favorite part of it.
Oh God, no.
Who I see is the next comment, but he got back somehow. It was very annoying.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, there was this town way in upstate New York, and this place is called Jericho Joe's. The guy was actually from Long Island. I forget what town. Might have been Jericho. Maybe that's why he called it Jericho Joe's. And he was just tall, weirdly tan. I have no idea. He probably was Italian, but he might have been on the run from the mob or something. And he ran this crappy venue where he'd bring in comics from the city. And the pay was so stupid. It was $300, and he insisted you have 3 comics.
Oh, jeez.
So I would do it, and I wasn't ready to headline, but I would just headline anyway, and I'd bring a couple of comics every time and pay them sad amounts of money. But they gave you free food and alcohol.
Well, that's nice. A lot of places don't do that.
And then one day the guy was just gone. He just like left town again. So someone must have caught up with him.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, so Beanie Baby, yeah, and then
exactly.
Back to that. My mom was really obsessed with those, but I feel like now if you bring it up, she's like, "That wasn't me." I'm like, "No."
I know, my mom will probably deny it right now too. Yeah, we didn't have any of the ones that were that expensive, but we definitely had a couple of the special ones.
The special one. Oh, it's a Tyrannosaurus.
Jerry Garcia bear.
Oh, Jerry Garcia, yeah.
Princess Diana bear.
Oh, God, after the car crash. So dark. No,
Oh, my God. All right, you're not a fan of the Kardashians.
I mean, I don't even get how we allow this to happen as a society.
Well, I'm kind of obsessed with Kris Jenner, because the fact that she's made her family like a... She's a business mogul for sure.
She might be the only interesting one. That's the sad thing.
Oh, my God.
Because, like, my girlfriend is watching the Hulu version of the show. I love that they ended the Eve show.
Yeah, they're like, we're not doing any more of our show
we're done
on this network.
You've seen enough of our lives. Okay, we're back. But it's on streaming now.
New camera people.
And they talk in a way that I'm like, no person talks like this.
Yeah, no, it's
it's like they're just reading off like greeting cards or something at gunpoint. It's so weird.
And I had seen something about just the way it's really not interesting, but the way they just keep changing the shot is the whole reason that people can even stand to watch the thing.
There is some good musical interludes. I will give them that. Just segues. But now it's all this like very generic, like hopeful, like reality vibes music.
I don't have Hulu. I haven't watched any of that recently.
Yeah, well, you're missing out.
Yeah, seriously. All right, so you're not for Beanie Babies. A fad you did get on board with?
I was very briefly into pro wrestling.
Oh,
for
okay.
Like maybe 3 years.
Who was your guy?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay.
And The Undertaker is probably my second favorite guy.
Because he's 316? Is that Stone Cold Steve
Yes,
Austin?
but then he became a bad guy. And his bad guy version, his like evil thing that he did was he'd like talk crap to the crowd and then go, "What?" after he... which was so dumb. And then I think he became...
I'm gonna do that on stage.
Yeah. And then I think he became good again. I was like, all right, I've gone through enough cycles. I don't need to see this anymore. Because, like...
Oh, have you seen Pro Wrestling Live?
Yeah, I did go at least once or twice to a wrestling event.
I've only seen, like, high school wrestling live. It's a little different. I never saw anybody hit anybody with any chairs or anything interesting.
Oh, I don't remember any specifics about it. It was a fun time.
Nothing like that.
Like, I'd still probably go to a wrestling event just for, like, the hell of it. If the tickets were free. I'm not paying to go to such a thing.
When was the last time you sang to yourself or somebody else?
Oh, I sing... Okay, I definitely sing to myself, not out loud. Sort of.
Okay, in your head?
Yeah, in my head.
Okay, I'll count it.
I do this thing in conversations sometimes where I will sing things that shouldn't be songs. Like, someone will say something like, oh, Raisin Bran Flakes. And I'll be, Raisin Bran Flakes! Just for no reason at all I do this. And it's either annoying or charming. I haven't decided yet. Okay, funny story. I did a best man speech once.
Oh, that's nice.
And I didn't write it at all. I just kind of improv. The only thing I wrote...
Oh, my God. Well, that's
I
not
killed
nice.
It. It's on YouTube somewhere, actually. That's how good it was. And I opened up with a song where I think I was like... I said,
Did they like it?
Yeah, they loved it. Well, at least he did. I don't know if she did, but... I started with the couple's name, and I was like, today's your special day, and now it's time to pay. And that was the whole song. And then I transitioned into I kind of just roasted everything.
Oh, my Lord.
I was like, how do you write a best man speech? And then thankfully, the maid of honor spoke first.
Okay.
And she talked about how you met Dan, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh, right, I should talk about how they met. which was a very funny story. And I just winged the whole thing, and and I remember the MC or whatever came up to me and was like, "Have you considered doing comedy?"
Oh, that's too funny.
And I was like, I actually do comedy already.
My God.
And then he was like, "You should quit."
Oh, no.
Took a weird turn after that.
No.
In that case, I revoke what I said.
Did he really say that?
About comedy?
Revoke it?
Oh, no.
I'm like, that's fucking insane.
It would be funny, though.
The way he said it, I was like,
Yeah.
I seriously didn't know.
Well, I just think it's always funny when people say, like, "Oh, you should do comedy," and you're like, "Actually, I do." And it'd be funny if there's some reason that made them mad, and they were like, "Well, maybe you shouldn't then," for some reason.
You were talking about that you collect Halloween and Christmas stuff. What is your favorite holiday tradition?
I would just decorate and leave stuff up as long as possible.
For which one? For both?
Yeah, I feel like Christmas is a little less cool to leave stuff up for too long.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, then the winter comes, and then it's like, well, I don't want my decorations to be frozen. I still decorate my parents' house.
Okay.
Because if I don't do it, I don't know what they would even do
Oh my
outside.
God! And you're like, I can't stand to look at this place not decorated. That's too funny.
Yeah,
well,
granted.
that's nice.
Yeah.
We didn't even do outdoor lights this year. It ended up getting like kind of icy or whatever. And Glenn's like, I'm not doing the outside. I'm like, I could give two fucks less. I have my tree in here and my nice little stuff that I'm looking at in here. So we didn't go crazy with the outside. And the year before that, we just did the 2 columns, just the greenery down that, which is a nice touch. But
my friend one year, his only decoration was he got one of those stupid things that you just like stick in the lawn and it just projects something onto the house.
Yeah.
That's not even like that clear.
Yeah.
And then I think it died like halfway through the season. So he's like,
people.
"Well, I gotta get another one." I'm like, "You might as well just have nothing." I think I tricked him into putting lights on like one bush the next year.
These people are all like laser. They all have the lasers and projectors on their houses.
That's dangerous.
It's cheating. You gotta get the whole thing on there. So you're always produce shows, you perform a lot, you're always editing and putting stuff out. How do you stay motivated to keep going?
I don't. I almost quit like every 3 days.
Really?
So. Kinda.
Really? I always ask people if they ever consider quitting. Do you really consider quitting?
Not necessarily quitting. I just, it's like there'll be like a wave of things happening. Like you get like booked a lot.
Yeah. You're busy.
You have like all these ideas of like, I'm going to film this, I'm going to film that, I'm writing this. And then like all of a sudden you'll have like a 3 to 5 day stretch.
Dry spell.
Where you have like no ideas and you're like, am I just not going to post content ever again?
Oh my God.
Am I never going to get booked again?
And then somebody's like, "Hey, you want to do a spot at this fucking?"
Yeah, it's free, and it's in 15 minutes, so I'll be there. I'm back, cool. Baby.
I got pulled off the couch the one night. We had just ordered Chinese food, and Tim Thompson messaged me like, "You want to come do a spot?" I'm like, right now? Like, hell yeah, it's awesome. Got to go up on. Wasn't planning on it. Question I always ask, worst job you ever had?
Oh, God. So I worked for my dad, but the first, like, non-dad job I had, I tried to work in it was like a bagel store / deli.
Okay.
And it was a friend of mine got me the job. He was, like, managing. And he was kind of a mess by this point. Like, he was... I don't need to get so...
Yeah, we don't need to know specifics. Not doing the best.
We were teenagers, but
okay.
This was right around the time he took, like, a dark turn.
Okay.
So he just didn't teach me anything.
Okay.
So I kind of was just guessing how to do everything. So I don't think I could ever be in that industry where I was like, I got to make a sandwich. I brought out a thing of bagels and I dropped...
Oh, no.
The whole thing, and then the boss came in and saw me, and for some reason I just started picking them up and putting them back in the thing.
Oh, no.
And then he was like, "What are the prices of things?" And I was like, I don't know, but I'm close.
Oh, no.
Then I tried mopping. I couldn't mop.
And I feel like that'd be hard because you got to go in early. And like, did they have you actually making the bagels, or were you just preparing food that was already made?
Yeah, I was just preparing food that was already made.
Yeah, because a kitchen's like very, very hard to work in. I've never worked in food and bev at all.
Yeah, and it was like, zero training. Just like show up and they're like, do this and
Good
do
luck.
that. Kind of use the cash register. That might have been the only thing I was good at.
Oh my god. What's your spirit animal?
What? What's the good one?
There's no right answers. There's no wrong answers.
I don't know if I have a particular one. Something, I guess. What's the what? What's the like the Chinese ears? I think I'm the year of the dog or something. So dogs are supposed to be like loyal or something.
I think I am in the year of the dog also.
Even though I'm not
actually.
wild about dogs, but they're okay. So I did a show a couple months ago, and there was some weird guy in a trench coat. And after the show, he like pulled out this deck of cards, and he's like, pick one, and it'll tell you what your spirit animal is.
Oh wow! And what was the card?
It was an oyster.
Oh no! What does it say?
Apparently it's very good. Like
Okay.
oysters, are just they
aren't
bring like good feelings and good
'cause
energy.
I was just gonna say, aren't they an aphrodisiac?
Yeah, so I guess that makes sense.
So that's you, sex appeal.
I just don't consider an oyster an animal, so I'm like, that's a spirit fish, a spirit crustacean?
Yeah.
Is
I
that
know.
a thing?
Wait, what are they? They're not crustaceans. What are they actually classified? They're not barnacles.
They might be barnacles.
They're in the barnacle family.
What's a clam considered? Because I'd assume they'd be in the clam family.
Shellfish?
I guess, yeah, shell.
I guess it's a shell.
Who's
yeah?
your spirit shellfish?
I guess an oyster's a shellfish. It's a shell, no?
They just, it doesn't roll off the tongue quite as well.
Yeah, I didn't even think of those. I always think of like land bearing.
Yeah, that's what I would think. Like something that lives in the woods somewhere, because they're all like mythical creatures.
You never hear anyone say like, "Oh, a dolphin's my spirit animal." Like,
It could be though. A dolphin I could get behind. Even a
they're
dolphin.
also super sexual.
Yes, they kill millions of people a year.
Oh, we mentioned this earlier, but I don't think we were. I was going to say on stage. I don't think we were on the air yet. Something on your bucket list, and it could be something you've completed. Some people are like, "Oh, I went bungee jumping early." Do any of that stuff? Or are you safer on the ground?
Yeah, more on the ground, kind of.
That's what my mom taught us. Feet on the ground.
I'm not even remotely afraid of heights. Like I don't
At all?
Like at all.
Oh my god, my husband wanted me to help him on the fucking roof, and I was like, I can't do it. He was changing the roof. He was redoing the roof, and I was like, I can bring something up a ladder for you, but I cannot get on that roof.
But like, I have no interest in bungee jumping or jumping out of a plane.
I don't want to get whiplash.
That.
I don't want to pay like $200 to get whiplash. Is what
Yeah.
I feel like.
I feel like jumping out. I feel like, and I just like driving on Long Island is like dangerous enough.
Yeah, seriously.
So, like,
risk
you don't-
my life.
You know.
My bucket list is fucking just not dying on the interstate.
Right.
Long
My bucket list are just like simple things. Like, man, it'd be cool to own a house at some point. Or,
nothing wrong with that.
Or, maybe learn to fly a helicopter. or
Oh,
something.
that'd be
maybe not a
cool.
helicopter. Too many weird things happen. But
I know. We were actually talking about, we went to Vegas and I was looking up Grand Canyon because that's on my bucket list. And there's helicopter rides that you can take. And my husband's like, I'm not getting in a fucking helicopter. He's like, they're so sketchy.
yeah, I feel like so many things can go wrong. Too many famous people have died in them.
Nothing naturally flies like that.
No. You can make that argument for planes too.
What, birds? Well, yeah, because they don't have
Yeah.
legs like birds.
The birds started fighting back, so.
What was your MO in high school?
So I was very quietly like, probably like a shit starter.
Okay, doing your homework or no?
Oh
doing
yeah,
your homework?
I would do my homework, but I could have probably been a straight A student, but I was like, what's even the point?
Okay.
I was
So
like,
you
let me just get B's and some A's.
Okay.
And then there's occasional like C's and like
Okay.
you get stuck in these.
So
classes.
it's kind of easy.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, that's good. You play any sports or do any like the play or play an instrument or anything?
When I was in
Extracurricular?
elementary school, very tragic story. What was it, 3rd or 4th grade? They were like, okay, if you want to play an instrument, pick 3, and you'll get one of those 3.
Okay.
So I picked saxophone, trumpet, and drums.
Okay.
And I was like one of like maybe 2 students that didn't get any of my choices.
Oh, no.
And they were like, here's a clarinet, which if you get good at it, you might end up playing a saxophone in a few years.
Oh, bummer. That's not nice.
No, that was so that immediately turned me off to the entire music industry.
I would be bummed about that too. That's something that's, if I don't get my choice.
And I learned to play like Jingle Bells and like one other thing, and then I threw it in the ocean, and then my parents had to pay like $500, but...
yeah, that sucks.
So yeah, no instrument, although I did very briefly be like, I should be in a band.
Okay.
And I bought a guitar.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't have the fingers for this.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, maybe I could be a singer. And I was like, nah, I'm just going to do comedy. That was kind of that.
Okay, there's something that we always do. I like to do like snack breakdown, some food lists.
Nice.
So for the cheese doodle hierarchy, where do you stand in terms of best to least?
Oh, there's
for
so many
crunchy puffs and balls.
You know, you really can't go wrong. Like cheese balls. Are they cheese balls? Yeah, they're cheese balls. They're more. You can eat more of those.
The big bucket.
Yes, like you're gonna be working on these for a while. Those are great. But then cheese puffs or doodles, whatever, just as good. Just different. You can't eat as many. You know,
because they're richer.
They're richer. Maybe they're somehow a little messier.
They are.
Who's got time for that? Then you eat too many, you start hallucinating Chester Cheetah in your house, and he's like, "Let's go do crimes," and it's like, I need someone to help.
All right, and then crunchies. Are you into them, or they're great?
Crunchy's good
least?
too. Yeah,
Okay.
might be the least exciting. I like the softer ones. You know, the cheese. I don't know why.
Butter on the counter, on the fridge, on the counter, or in the fridge. Butter
on the It's got to be in the fridge, unfortunately.
Okay.
But do people do that? They just put
honestly, my husband's family did, and now that
how do you get away with that?
You only have now that they have like the little quarter sticks, you only have one out. Like most of my butter is in the fridge, but like there's one always out for like.
Is that so? It's like pre-soft.
It's so good.
Oh, okay.
You can spread it.
I feel like the temperature changes so wildly in my apartment that would be very dangerous.
Well, yeah, over the
like
summer,
you can more regulate it in the house, but
over the summer, butter could get a little fuzzy if it sits out for a minute. In which case, I throw
fuzzy butter, which probably is I can't believe it's not fuzzy butter.
In which case, I throw it out. All right, so then I'm gonna assume that condiments, hot sauce, and syrup also in the fridge.
Way in the fridge.
Okay.
Once you open them, get them in the fridge, and then forget about them.
Well, because syrup, I grew up with that. My dad doesn't like syrup cold.
Yeah, that's a tough one because I probably should leave the syrup out. But I also have stockpiled a bunch of those syrup packets from restaurants, which those I don't refrigerate.
Okay.
So I'll go through those first, and then if I'm out, I'm I'll go get. It's not what's her face anymore. Now it's Pearl Mill River. Constable Stevenson Brewing Company.
Pearl Milling Company.
Yeah, again rolls right off the tongue.
Now, syrup, are you gonna, I know you got your free packets, but are you doing expensive, nice maple syrup, or do you like Miss Butterworth or Pearl Millington?
I'm fine with the cheap ones.
Okay.
I'll try to go for no high fructose corn syrup. It's hard.
Yeah.
I had a phase where I was like, none of that! And
it's so hard. You can't, everything is
it's ridiculous.
High fructose corn syrup.
Can't escape it.
Water
this
has
podcast is made of high fructose corn syrup. Somehow.
Speaking of high fructose
I did briefly
corn
have
syrup.
Sorry. Was it agave? Not agave. I was getting some kind of fancy syrup.
Yeah, that's like high fructose corn syrup. No, it's not. It's actually better. My husband will make No, my husband will make drinks with that. It's actually a decent little touch.
There's agave straws now, which I prefer to paper straws.
Really?
They don't taste like anything.
Is it like hard candy? How is it made?
It kind of looks like hard candy, yeah.
Okay.
But it doesn't taste like anything. I've never tried eating it.
Huh.
But I way prefer that to
That's
paper straws,
interesting.
which
I
are a
hate-
crime against humanity.
I hate the paper
Someone
straws.
investigate this.
They'll give them to you with a milkshake. I usually try to have a couple of the plastic straws in my
Yes.
glove compartment.
I've got some in the car. I steal some from a juice place in my neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
And we've got like a stockpile of like bendy straws. Not sure what decade they're from, but
They're still good.
But yeah, you go to like the fast food place, and it's like your food is destroying the environment way more than the straws are.
I know. Can we?
Why are you giving me a paper straw?
Right, and the whole fucking cup. Yeah, it's a joke. Speaking of high fructose corn syrup, for like cupcake or box cake mix, what is your combination that you're gonna do? Like, there's vanilla cake with vanilla icing, or vanilla.
I think I'm
bottom
partial
and
to
chocolate
vanilla
top?
cake.
Okay.
But icing
What
wise,
kind of icing?
I could
Chocolate?
go either way. Chocolate, vanilla, something wacky. I used to be a funfetti guy.
Okay.
I guess I could still mess with funfetti.
That used to be mine. I haven't made funfetti in a while, but it's still
Yeah.
always good.
God only knows what's really in it.
With funfetti with vanilla on top.
Yeah.
Sugar rush. So
So like
good.
for a while, that was like my birthday cake for like 3 straight years. And I angrily demanded funfetti or nothing. It's gonna be a funfetti birthday. Oh, God.
Hierarchy of waffles, pancakes, French toast.
I like them all, but I think French toast is on the bottom.
Really?
Yeah, I think pancakes are my number one.
Wow. I think French toast might be the best.
Waffles are second. They're all good.
Well, waffles are very particular too. We're talking a good waffle.
I'm more of a thinner waffle guy.
Okay.
Like these
Okay,
restaurants
not a big
that,
Belgian fucking
Yeah.
size of the plate waffle.
yeah, like calm down. Like we're not doing
over
it.
the fucking plate.
That's why I like probably like thinner French toast too.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I'm not a fan of the huge Texas toast fucking.
I feel like my mind was blown when I found out what French toast actually was. I thought it was this like complicated thing, and they're like, "No, you just dip in some egg and put some sugar on it." I'm like, "That's it."
Yeah, it's actually pretty easy.
Yeah.
And then for snack foods like pretzels, goldfish, potato chips, what are you going for?
Goldfish. I'm a big pretzel guy.
Okay.
I like to stock up on the frozen pretzels, and
Oh, I meant to get those the other day. They're so good.
every once in a while I'll splurge and get like one of those like cheese things you can dip
Okay,
in. But
okay.
I'm like, what am I doing to myself? And then you have to like eat all the cheese at once, or there's no way you're keeping
Yeah,
it.
it's not gonna save. We just gotta eat
Yeah.
the whole fucking.
But I'll rock with some potato chips. And,
Okay,
you know.
we're eating Ruffles or what kind of barbecue?
Yeah, Ruffles, some kettle cooked.
Okay.
Try to steal as many Panera Bread bags of potato chips as I can.
Oh God.
As they'll let me.
Oh geez, yeah, no, I.
Doritos, though, is
Okay,
fine.
what's the red or the blue?
Mostly the red, but the
You ever
blue's
gotten like
fine.
the chili bag or the other weird ones?
Not on purpose.
Purple or red or blue.
But then I also found out that that Doritos are actually flammable.
What?
That you could start a fire with them.
Really?
So I'm like, that doesn't sound like something I should be eating. Whatever. You know.
In fact, I should bring them camping. Is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. In case you can't start a fire, just throw Doritos on the thing and rub them together.
Oh my God. Do you have anything you want to promote or talk about? We got a couple minutes left. How do we find you on the internet?
What's a company that's not doing too well right now?
Oh my
Do we
God.
need to perk up? GameStop?
I don't know how the stock
Qualcomm.
is in GameStop, but
I should have
I
should have researched that beforehand. Yeah, I try to put out like 1 video a week at least, sometimes 2.
That's good.
It's hard to gauge. Like, I don't know. I feel like, so I dropped a bunch of clips from my special, and a lot of them did really well. One on Facebook got like over 30,000 views.
Oh,
which
that's
is
awesome.
Kind of insane.
That's awesome.
I was as a joke, I was like putting the stats out. I was like, yeah, hundreds of thousands of views, 14,000 views on the actual special, 0 bookings, $0 made.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
but,
awesome. I'm gonna pull it up, and I will definitely share it for the people that commented in here.
Mary Underhill.
Underhill, yeah, it's my mom.
Oh, it's your mom.
Mom, hope you're going somewhere fun, Robin. Okay, they're having a side conversation.
That's when you know the show's going well, when the audience is having side conversations with each other.
I was interested.
Are we bombing? Is that what's happening?
I was interested in your kettle corn chip, your kettle chips. Off topic.
Too many snack questions.
Have you eaten popcorners yet? They're supposed to taste like popcorn. It's actually like rice cakes.
I think I've had them, or I've had something similar.
They're good.
I'm sure they're good.
They're good.
I don't even have a question.
They're a snack that you should try.
And they're endorsed by,
this podcast.
Big and Bad and this podcast. Are you sponsored? That's legit.
Popcorners. We do want to remind everybody to come down on Friday.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good show.
May 19th, meet Joe's dad at Larry's Pub, Valley Stream. Do you change your act? Do you get nervous when your parents are going to be around? Because I get a little nervous when my mom's going to be around. I want to do good.
Well, on that show in particular, like, not only does he come, but there's often, like, another group of like 5 to 7 people who come to almost every show.
Oh, all right.
So yeah,
Regulars.
I feel like I have to have at least some different jokes.
Yep.
It's like a wacky room, so you can like riff a little bit too.
Okay.
But that's what like I love doing the show, but at the same time, it's like, oh, it really is annoying to have to like have new material prepared.
Yeah, I know. It makes you have to actually try the new stuff and remember it.
Yeah, and sometimes like all of it will work, and at other times like it kind of won't work, and then you're like, well, you're getting the old jokes now. Or I just start yelling or something.
Start laughing, I'm just going to start doing material.
And the venue is conveniently located right under where comedian Chris Williamson lives. So.
Oh my God, that's too funny.
He lives upstairs.
That's too funny.
And I still won't book him. No, he's been on it a couple times.
That's awesome. All right, so we're at 57 minutes. You want to wrap this thing up?
I guess we could.
I'm out of questions. I do want to remind everybody. I'll just do my.
Any riddles? No.
I know. Do you have any? How far can a dog run into the woods?
As far as it wants.
Halfway, and then it's running out of the woods.
That's not bad, actually.
I actually am kind of decent at riddles. Oh, okay. What's the person? What is this? There's the person who makes it, doesn't want it. The person who buys it doesn't use it, and the person who uses it never sees it. What is it?
Lip gloss. Yeah, I'm actually terrible at riddles, and I'm like, well, man, if I was like Batman, the Riddler would just blow up the city, and there'd be nothing.
I'm
sorry, I can't get some riddles.
I had gotten the answer, and my husband was like, you heard this before, and I'm like, no, I actually hadn't. So it's the person who makes it, doesn't want it, person who uses it, no, person who buys it, doesn't use it, person who uses it, doesn't see it. And our answer is it's a casket.
Oh my God, that's dark.
Yeah, so riddles and street jokes available here. You got anything else you want to say before we wrap this thing up?
I guess if you want to check out the special, or like watch like 3 seconds of it and then just hit like.
I want to see the special. I'm going to watch the special after this, and I'm going to
damn.
share it, and everyone's going to watch it.
Sweet.
It's
Thank you.
Nobody asked for this.
Yeah, no one asked for this.
Oh, no one asked for this.
My original special, which I recorded at Governor's back in 2017, was called "Delete Your Account."
Oh, so you had 2. All
yes,
right.
But
and is that on the same user?
No.
Okay.
So some clips from it are on my YouTube. But so it was on Amazon because I got it on right when like Amazon started to do streaming.
Okay.
So it was up for like 3 years, and then sometime in like the middle of 2021, somebody saw me at a show. And like, I tried to watch your special, and it said can't play it in this country, and I was like, what?
That's so weird.
And I went, and the same thing happened to me. And then I emailed Amazon. They were like, oh yeah, it's not getting enough watch minutes anymore. So it's no longer available in America.
What? So wait, but do you have access to it personally?
Yeah,
or
I have
now
the whole
it's-
thing somewhere.
Okay, but you can't share it legally?
Uh,
Like if you were to put it on YouTube, would they rip it down?
No, but I did also have a CD version of it.
Okay.
So whenever I post clips from it, I get like a whole bunch of copyright claims, but I'm like, no, this is me, you idiots.
Oh, geez,
And
because
they-
it doesn't recognize. Got it.
But it's fine, you know.
And then
it's on Spotify.
do they rectify that kind of easily when you tell them it's you?
Yeah. You know.
I haven't had any
It's like the
problems with
weirdest
that.
thing. But the new one, no one asked for this. Was obviously 100% mine.
Awesome.
So.
Hell yeah. All right. So when I find this, I'll throw it in like I said, for anyone who comments or watches. Mom, thanks for telling us that I was on the wrong side. Everybody, thanks for watching.
And if you'd like me to do a podcast, please let me know.
Yeah, and I'll come to your house and I'll set it up with you for you.
We need to get Mandy's new side job going.
Yeah, my traveling podcast. Fucking. All right. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having
it
me.
was awesome. You're good.